Coming up from our 8th Masters of the FIBA 3x3 World Tour 2019 season in Montreal, Quebec, as we head back across the Atlantic into North America. We chat with Toronto Hyundai G player Alex Johnson about being part of 3x3's most viral couple with his wifey, Brie Dorsett, who plays for Canada in the Women's Series. Marius Ujupis talks about the close bond between the players of Shaki Gubal, which is fueling the Lithuanian team's rise up the 3x3 ladder. And we sit down with high flyer Isaiah Rivera, who pulls back the curtain and provides a peek inside the world of being a professional dunker. Plus, you know you gotta stay tuned to the end of the magazine. We got a can't miss top 5 plays of the tournament. It's quick, it's epic, it's Olympic. Welcome to the world of FIBA 3x3 basketball. A game played with non-stop music on a half court between 2 teams of 3 players aiming to hit 21 points before 10 minutes of game time is up. Previously at the FIBA 3x3 World Tour, after a frustrating season, world number 3 Lehman finally broke through in Debrecen to capture their first Masters title on the season. Serbs edged out rivals Riga Ghetto in a thrilling final, with Maxim Kovacevic going bananas. Can a now confident Lehman continue to keep their swag? World number 1 Novi Sad might have something to say about that, as will North American powers Edmonton and New York Harlem, who will be aiming to protect their turf. Or will a surprise packet emerge? We're about to find out. Day 1 was a good one for Canada. Steve Kerr found his groove back and splashed, count them, 9 twos in 2 games to lift Edmonton to the quarterfinals. The Canadians beat San Juan and shut down the number 4 team in the world, New York Harlem, with little help from Jordan Jensen-White and Jordan Baker coming through in money time. But the Canadian success went beyond just the World Tour. Later that night, Canada won their 3rd straight stop at the Women's Series in an entertaining final against Japan. Hell, even a Canadian won the World Dance Sport Federation breakdance battle. The dancing continued at the World Tour.
During the last break, you showed that you could dance as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we brought the camera here, so you can do a little demonstration.
Oh, he's got some break in him. Okay. What? But now he's getting some help from Raske. Oh, yeah.
The moon shined on the 3x3 court, too. It was the return of the dragon. Bogdan Dragovic came back from injury to lead his team to back-to-back wins. Their Serbian countryman Novi Sad also had a clean sweep on Saturday. Look, I could talk for all day long about Dusan Bullett's leading scoring performance against Lausanne and Old Montreal. But the story of the day, it was Marco Savage's sick, ridiculous double nutmeg in the first game of the day. You gotta see this again. Look at the precision on the pass. That is why we call him the Serbian surgeon. Last but not least, Pool B had more drama than an old ER episode. Shaki Gubal impressed in Lausanne, but they crashed back to earth against Lehman. Lehman came to Canada with just 3 players due to injuries and found themselves playing 2 against 3 for a while after Maxim Kovacevic hurt his nose. The number 3 team in the world stayed in the game, and down by 1 with 30 seconds to go, Alexander Ratko grabbed the board, ran to the arc, and hit the Tissot buzzer beater with no hesitation whatsoever. After Sao Paulo, DC defeated Lehman, Shaki Gubal had their backs against the wall. The Lithuanians needed to win against the Brazilians to qualify, but they were lucky to even reach the overtime after Jefferson Sokas made an impossible shot just before the buzzer. In overtime, 26-year-old Marius Ujupis took his responsibility seriously and nailed the tough contested Tissot buzzer beater to send his team to the quarterfinals. Day 1 was high in drama in Montreal, but in the end, the top 8 seeds lived up to the hype and stamped their ticket to the quarterfinals. So it's goodbye to old Montreal, Sao Paulo, DC, San Juan, and Toronto Hyundai G. After a season with Team Montreal, Alex Johnson switched to Toronto Hyundai G and continues to be hyped about playing 3x3 as the Tokyo Olympics quickly approach.
Our manager, John Wiggins, called me and he was having one of those challengers in Toronto. And he said, hey, put together a team. And I put together a pretty good team, and it was just guys that were hungry, you know, that have played 3x3 and just grew up on it. It's just crazy to think about it, that a game like this, something that, you know, you grew up just playing on the street, in your backyard, or, you know, at the courts, is gonna be on the Olympic stage. That's insane when you think about it. It's like, what?
Johnson is married to Brie Dorsett, who represents Canada in the FIBA 3x3 Women's Series. It was very much love at first sight for them.
Well, we met in college when I went to North Carolina State. She seen me at a pro-am. She was just looking at me. You know when someone's looking at you, and you're like, man, who is that? So then after the game, my teammates I'm like, yo, this girl's been looking at me the whole time. Watch this. I'm gonna wave to her, and she's gonna wave back. He's like, man, what are you talking about? No, she's not. I'm like, watch. So I go, I give her a wave like this, and she's like, hey. Always wants to play one-on-one. Let's play one-on-one. I know I can beat you. Let's play one-on-one. So it was kind of cool.
With Dorsett involved in the very first Women's Series, Johnson has helped prepare her for the intense competition.
Before she went to Prague, we played one-on-one, and I just wanted to get her ready. And I felt so bad because I was just talking so much junk to her. Like, you can't guard me, you can't shoot. Just seeing her face, I was like, I felt so bad, but I knew she needed it. If she can handle this, when she gets over there, it's gonna be a breeze.
All right, here's a look at the quarterfinal bracket, including clashes between the top 4 seeds, number 1 seed Novi Sad versus number 3 seed New York Harlem, and number 2 seed Lehman against number 4 seed Piran. 2 months after Novi Sad silenced New York Harlem in the final of the Mexico City Masters, the 2 rivals were up for a rematch. New York Harlem started with the foot on the gas like a yellow cab and jumped out to a 13-10 lead. Cap Morgano scored the and one to keep the New Yorkers up with 4 minutes to go, but this Novi Sad team knows how to switch to a new gear. Down 15-14, the number 1 team in the world going a 7-0 run, including 5 points from Dushan Bullet. Mr. Bulletproof finishes the game with 12 big ones and a perfect 6 for 6 from the field, sending Disco Damo and company back to the Big Apple with no chicken.
It was always tough to play against New York Harlem. Every game is physical. We knew that we need to close their 2-point shots and the rebound. And at the end, they fall, we rise up, and we get the win.
What a difference a day makes. We left Shaki Gubal struggling to score 11 points in regulation on day 1, but the Lithuanians came back on day 2 with cruel intentions. Somebody had to get their heart broken, and this team had to be Zamoon, who had maybe the play of the game, with Bogdan Dragic hitting Ujupis with the chamois, but big man Aurelius Pukalis was just too much down low in money time. He made the Dragon dizzy with the spin cycle, and then turned for an and one that got Ujupis to go in Super Saiyan mode. For the first time in their career, Shaki Gubal will play in the semifinals of a World Tour Masters. How long could Lehman continue winning with just 3 players, especially against the 3x3 Savants Piran? The Slovenians started the game faster than Bianca Andreescu served, and before you knew it, Andrzej Shrebo put the team up 10-6 after just 4 minutes. But then the Alexander Ratkov show started. The 27-year-old tied the game at 10 and gave Lehman their first lead on a big 2-piece. The guy scored 11 points, just 2 less than the entire Piran team. Mihailo Vasquez splashed the 2-piece for the win and got his loyal Serbian fans up on their feet.
It's really hard to play with 3 players, but we got motivation, so giving our best 100% for our possibilities.
There were a lot of expectations around this team Edmonton, not only because they were the last Canadian team left in the tournament. Already 3 times this season, the squad had been knocked out in the quarterfinal. But this mental barrier went down in a hurry. Not even 3 minutes into the game, Edmonton were up 8-0 against Lausanne, and things got uglier than your phone bill. Jordan Baker scored a game-high 9 points in this game, which was over 3 minutes before the limit. The curse is over, done with. Edmonton make it to the semifinals of a Masters.
We've been enjoying our weekend in Montreal so much, and to be able to play in front of Canadian fans on Canadian soil is an honor and a pleasure for us. So thank you to Montreal for such a special weekend.
The shootout contest. This is the moment we crown the best sniper in the entire tournament. The outdoor windy conditions made it not impossible, but difficult for any records to be set. But in-form Disco Damo Jones kicked things off strong with a score of 9 points, but he went cold with the all-important money balls. Meantime, in his homeland, Steve Sir was hoping to win a 3rd title for the year, but things didn't start well. Soon enough, he was shouting, "Yes, sir," as he nailed 5 straight shots to overtake Jones. He hit his final money ball to edge further ahead, and it was a mark that proved more than enough. With a top score of 12 points, Steve Sir is your shootout winner of the Montreal Masters contest presented by Tourism Montreal. Shaki Gubal star Marius Užupis has been part of 3x3 from the very beginning. The Lithuanian lefty competed in the first ever official FIBA 3x3 event at the 2010 Youth Olympic Games.
I remember the first Young Olympic Games in Singapore. I was 17. Actually, we don't know the rules, and we just trying to learn from videos. We don't know how to practice. In the quarterfinals, we lose against Serbia. Every tournament, we lose against Serbia.
As a longtime basketball powerhouse, it's only fitting that the Lithuanians have a proud 3x3 team as well.
Years ago, one sponsor from Shaki tried to learn from new 3x3 in our country to make some team, some tournaments, and make one good team who represent Lithuania in 3x3. That sponsor called me and say, "Let's do this. Be good guys and show that we can play 3x3 in Lithuania too."
Shaki Gubal are starting to catch the attention of their opponents as they make a big splash this year. But the key to their rise has been the close bonds forged between the players.
Now will be 8 years with Paulius, with Aurelius 3 or 4 years, with Šarūnas it's 4 years. So it's not my teammates, they're my brothers, they're my family. With Aurelius I live 2 years together, so it's kind of brother, you know, for me. We communicate without words, we're looking at each other and you know what's going on. So I think that's very helpful for us.
With a smooth stroke, Užupis, aka Uzi, is a natural bucket getter on a team that is starting to reach their potential.
I just get the ball, look at the basket. If I see a basket, I'm trying to shoot. I don't know how to call it. Shooter. 2 months ago, no one knows when we're gonna lose. No one knows when we're gonna win. So now it's a little bit changed that. So I think next year will be more funny for us. It's time for Montreal to rock with the dunk contest, presented by Visit Barbados, by the way, featuring Canadian dunk legend Justin Just Fly Darlington and Americans Doug Anderson and Isaiah Rivera. Darlington was hoping to take out the Canadian double after winning in Saskatoon and started well with a rock the baby dunk off the bounce. But he got himself eliminated after not being able to complete his next dunk.
The battle off in the final contrasted raw power of Anderson and creativity of Rivera. Rivera showcased his talents with an incredibly difficult dunk over Anderson, where he pulled off a spin move midair before throwing it down. Anderson responded with a violent windmill slam over two volunteers, but Rivera went one better with an insane behind-the-back party trick over a volunteer that got him perfect 10s. He proved why he's one of the hottest dunkers on the circuit with a through-the-legs yammy from a handoff to secure the win.
He's an emerging dunk star in 3x3.
I've been a fan of the FIBA 3x3 dunk contest since I was like 16, and I just wanted to get my first win finally and get some redemption from Mexico, so it feels good.
Isaiah Rivera takes home the dunk contest title and the $2,500 check. We got the two Serbian powers making it through, along with the Lithuanian surprise package Shaki Gubal. And of course, Team Edmonton make it to the Final Four for the first time ever. World number one Novi Sad were the favorites, but the lethal Lithuanian Shaki Gubal stood in their way of reaching another final. It started easy for the Serbs, but Shaki Gubal were just warming up. Firstly, Aurelius Bukalis passed like a nastier version of Arvydas Sabonis. Then Paulius Balavicius made sure the bank was open on Sunday. It was game on, which meant exactly the time for Dusan Bullet, aka Mr. Bulletproof, to do his thing. Even when fouled, Mr. Bulletproof was making buckets. Not once, but twice to give Novi Sad a 4-point lead. Now, we've seen this movie before, haven't we? Or maybe we haven't. Balavicius rediscovered his touch to get Shaki Gubal back in the game, and the Lithuanians suddenly had a 2-point lead to make things really interesting. Tamashevo played bully ball to even things up at 19 apiece before Marius Ujupas was fouled and sent to the stripe with a final spot on the line. He coldly knocked down both of them, and Shaki Gubal had done it. They had reached the final while Novi Sad are sent packing.
The revenge is sweet. We got the biggest respect for the Serbians, but we wanted to win more.
All eyes were on Team Edmonton, attempting to make their first Masters final against Lehman, aiming to make it 2 titles in a row. Jordan Jensen-White got the party started with JJ looking like Dr. J in the air. Without scoring machine Stefan Stojacic, Lehman went down low for easy buckets, and big boy Alexander Radko was a good option. It went back and forth like Nadal versus Medvedev, and Maxim Kovacevic showed he had range stretching all the way to Belgrade. But the short-handed Serbs started to tire, and Steve Kerr, this is when he went in for the kill. After a cold start, the sniper got it going like he was at a shootout contest, and also showed the mid-range game for good measure. Kerr finished it off well under the time limit as Edmonton celebrated making it to their first ever final.
Le Mans played really well. We knew if we could keep the tempo up for the whole game, they might run out of gas, and luckily we were able to make some shots down the stretch.
Isaiah Rivera's youthful looks have earned him the nickname Babyface, but his dunks, oh, they grown man. With a 46-inch vertical, Rivera is known for his creativity and his trademark 360 between the legs showstopper. Originally from Puerto Rico, before growing up in the USA, the 21-year-old became addicted to dunking as a teenager.
I was born in Puerto Rico. I lived there until I was like 7, 8 years old, but I had 2 siblings that they have a genetic disease, and the only place they could get treatment was in Utah. So we moved the whole family from Puerto Rico to Utah, spent my childhood in Utah, and then moved to Florida to finish my high school. First time I dunked, I was 16 years old. It was on my outdoor hoop. I had just woke up, not even brushed my teeth in my hair, nothing. I just went straight outside, and I just got the perfect jump, hit it, and then got super hype. That's when the addiction just kicks in and you just want to keep doing it over and over and over again.
The high flyer loves competing on the big stage of the FIBA 3x3 World Tour, and is motivated by a fierce determination to keep improving his craft.
From the beginning, when I started dunking, like this was actually one of my big goals, was to do a FIBA 3x3 dunk contest, because I saw guys like Lee Peck and Smooth and all them doing it in the beginning. So I was just like, oh, I wanna do that one day. Every day I wake up and I just ask myself, what can I do today to get better? Every day I'm in the gym, I lift really heavy 3 times a week, 2 times a week. I'm doing like circuits, so just stuff to get the blood flowing, get moving, a little warm up and that type of thing. And then I lower them every day as well.
Dunkers have unworldly athleticism, but Rivera believes preparation is the key to being able to perform in the high stakes of a dunk contest.
If you've prepared and if you've put in the work, then you have nothing to worry about in the competition. If you're mentally weak, if you get in your own head after you miss a dunk or two, and it's that third attempt, it's clutch, you got 10 seconds on the clock, that's when like mental strength really comes in. But if you put in the work in the gym, if you know you hit the dunks and you're consistent with them, like there's nothing to worry about. You just go in and do what you do.
For professional dunkers, showcasing their talents to the world via social media has changed the game for everybody.
My strategy behind social media is basically, I use it as a journal, like a training journal in a way. That's how I started. When I was 16, I started posting dunks on Instagram, and it was, oh, I did this and this dunk today, and this is how I felt. I'm hoping to do this tomorrow. Over time, I just kept progressing, and like people really were able to relate to me with that. It's really important that dunkers are constantly showing that they're progressing, that they're constantly doing new dunks and pushing the envelope. The more followers you get, the more events you can do, because those are the dunkers that people want to watch.
New champs will be crowned. Will it be giant killer Shaki Gubal or Canadian hope Edmonton? The crowd was louder than a Bieber concert, but they got silenced early by the hot shooting of Paulus Belavicius. Jordan Baker kept Edmonton in the game, but Belavicius was crazier than Joaquin Phoenix playing the Joker. The Lithuanians led by 5, and Edmonton needed a hero. Dun 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 dun. Steve Kerr put on his cape, and suddenly it was a 1-point game. Belavicius once again turned the crowd on mute. And when lethal lefty Marius Ujupis drained the 2-piece, Shaki Gubal could smell victory. Belavicius went straight to the rim to deliver the win. Shaki Gubal, get it done. They can claim Masters winners for the first time ever. Ujupis gets MVP after a spectacular tournament in Montreal. All right, it's what you all been waiting for. The sublime, the ridiculous. We got it all in the top 5 plays of the Montreal Masters. First off, at Cinco, Leandro loses the maestro, and his throwdown is the last straw. At number 4, Bogdan Dragic breathed fire as the Dragon pulled out the chamois. Ooh-wee.
The Dragon hit him with the sham and then the sauce at the rim.
Third on the list, Marcel Esenwune is called the bouncer. Not because he works in a club, because my man got crazy bounce.
The Minister of Defense punching on people out here in Montreal.
At number 2, you tell me what's better, the filthy crossover from Marco Davis or the two-handed boom session from Jalen Penny?
Oh my goodness, that was disgusting.
Taking out the top spot, this was absolutely savage. Marco Savage, this is surely the craziest dime we will see all season long. Enjoy.
I've never seen nothing like that before. That was sweeter than maple syrup.
Hey, don't you worry. 3x3 is going to be right back. It's just around the corner. The 9th Masters of the season is going to be played in Los Angeles, the place I call home, for the first time ever. And it's what dreams are made of for the loaded field headlined by Novi Sad and Lehman, looking to bounce back, of course, while Princeton will be flying the flag for USA. Remember, you can follow it live with the hashtag 3x3WT on FIBA 3x3 social media channels on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.